Disclaimer, this is a hemp and cannabis channel made for 18 plus accounts. I'll leave it at that and give you time to exit now if needed. For everyone else, let's cruise to Mars. Imagine this, right? Imagine from like 16, 20-ish, we all had to work a job that we didn't necessarily like, but it was in the industry that we thought we wanted to be in. And you'd just be doing the bitch work, you'd be getting coffee, you'd be sweeping, mopping, dusting, all that shit for those 4 years. And you could even change if you wanted to. You're like, I want to try a different industry. Like, all right, swap with someone else. Or whatever, right? Well, we have an opening over here. And you could just move wherever and do the same thing. Or be like, I want to be in this industry. And they'll be like, okay, we'll move you out here. You know what I mean? And then they like pay for whatever you need, like a little home or a group home, or I don't know, you know what I'm saying, like transportation, whatever the fuck, or somehow there'd be something, at least the school, if not everything else, but, or maybe that would come later. And then after 20, you hit 21, and it's like, okay, if you haven't already moved up, now's your chance. So if you're like super into something already, you're like, no, this is what I want, then they're like, okay, we'll come do the other work, and if you can prove to us, you know, however fast, if it's like a week and you're like, yeah, you're really clean, you're really good, all right, boom, move up. All right, cool. And you're like, dude, this sucks. And it's like, yeah, but we need to know that you can do everything. You can do everything from every level, so you can teach people from that level. We need to know, you know, or if you're really that good, or maybe you get one chance in your interview, it's like, show me what you got, you know what I mean? And then boom, and they're like, okay, yeah, you understand all this stuff, all right, let's go. And they'd make sure like it wasn't fake or anything, and then you would just boom, you'd be at that level right away. If you were like super special, super like already dedicated, I want to do this, they're like, all right, cool, can you do it? Yeah, all right, let's do it. And then you would still maybe have to work those jobs, or maybe you'd be higher up, or maybe you'd just be right at the top. It just depends. And you just keep moving up for years. So like 21 to like 25 probably, you would get like a higher position, doing different things, probably doing more paperwork stuff. You know, it's kind of like military structures, sort of, but like you're doing what you love. It's not in the military, which is the same as everything else. Like an E3 and below is just like entry level. E4 is like shift lead, so it's not a really. It's why they say an NCO isn't until E5, but E5, you know, your sergeants, that's more like your assistant manager, and then E6 is like your manager, like you're just store manager. Then you have like above that, whatever, you know, maybe it's the regional, maybe it's the owner, whatever it may be, however it may be. And it just it's like that, and you just keep moving up, and if you can prove you can get to that place faster, cool. And everybody gets paid the same, and everybody does what they love, and everybody, that's the point, is everybody does what they love, which means everybody's gonna love work every single day. Like, you know, when they say this was made with love, that doesn't mean like they're back there like taking a piece of their heart and like throwing it in there. No, what that means is like, it's like the episode of SpongeBob when he's like counting the sesame seeds on the bun, and he's like 52 or whatever it is, right? And he's like counting them and shit. Well, that's because SpongeBob loves what he does. Why is he always happy? Why is he always so fucking happy? He wakes up, big ass alarm right in his ear, and he's like, yo, go to work, because that motherfucker loves his job. He's fucking happy. Why is Squidward at the same job at a higher position? Well, I don't know if it's a higher position necessarily, but he's at the same job, and it's just 3 people there, so they probably really make the same money. And Mr. Krabs is over there chilling, just counting his bread in the back. But he's doing with the paperwork. He's ordering the buns. He's talking to he's actually doing all the calls and shit. Really, like he's running this whole shit. You know, behind the scenes, he ain't a lazy dude. He's really doing a lot of work. That's why he's fucking. That's why he's Krabs, man. That's why he's Krabs. But everybody has these different things that they do, and SpongeBob is always happy because he's always doing what he loves. Mr. Krabs is always happy because he's always around what he loves. Squidward, he's always fucking not happy. Why is he always not happy? Because if he's at work, he's like, fuck, this sucks. I didn't even put pants on this morning. Like, man, you know, fuck, what do you want? What do you want to eat? What? And it's like, he just does not care. And he's like super into art, and he's like, oh my god, art. He's everyone else in the world. Everybody's like, we relate to Squidward so much, and it's like, dude, you don't have to though. So Squidward's more like, you're a hater. Honestly, you're a hater if you're Squidward. That's what you are. You're a fucking hater, because that's what Squidward does. He's like, this bitch, I don't give a fuck about you. Fuck your food. And it's like, it starts out as like a joke, and then it gets into like, you really are a hater, and your life is hate. So Your room, even though you might have everything you want, it's so cluttered. And you just need to get rid of shit. You know what I mean? You're playing your instrument and you're trying to do good, but you just, because you hate on someone else, now you're telling yourself that you're not good at it because you hate on someone else. SpongeBob, man, he's not even in his house half the time. He's fucking out there catching jellyfish, fucking doing karate. He's learning languages. He's the fucking billionaire, dude. That's what SpongeBob is. People are like, what is it like to be a billionaire? It's fucking SpongeBob. You know, he's doing what he loves for work. He has a house that he loves, that he has all his energy in with, a pet that he has energy in with. Someone down the street is his neighbor, and even though Squidward gives him these bad vibes, he's not like, fuck you too. Or he doesn't even ignore him. He's like, well, have a great one. So he's always giving that energy back to the world. And even if people are giving him hate, he's like, well, I still hope you have a great day. That's fucking SpongeBob. He's probably fucking smoking high too, and that's why he can't drive, dude. He's like, I can't drive, bro. Patrick, I don't know what's going on. Like, can't drive, but it's okay, because he doesn't need to drive, man. He's getting his exercise in there. Squidward, he's getting old. He's getting fat. Yeah, he takes care of his skin and shit, but like, SpongeBob's really out there. He's really doing some stuff, and he might not be huge, but he's trim. He's trim. The guy can run for days, So, Squidward, he's smart. He's an octopus, right? He's smart. He knows, but he's lazy. He's messy. It's not that he's lazy. It's just that, like, he's a hater. He's a hater. He's a hater, and he doesn't do what he loves for his job. He's stuck. SpongeBob does the job he loves in the same exact neighborhood, the same exact place, and even his other neighbor has even less than him. Patrick's under a rock. He's dumb as hell. Ignorance is bliss. So if you're ignorant, you can just be happy, and you can just be chilling. But Patrick isn't happy, healthy, fit. SpongeBob is the billionaire. Patrick is like the dummy, and it kind of is in that order too, right? It's Patrick, Squidward, SpongeBob. Maybe it was always meant to show you, like, you're dumb, dude. That's fucking life. That's fucking life. It's Patrick. You're dumb. You're ignorant, but you're happy. You don't have shit, but you have a place. You have your own place. You have a TV. You got a couch. What else do you fucking need? And then you get a Squidward, and you have everything. Amazing structured art out on the walls. You have a nice bed, skin routine. You're smart as fuck. And you're just hating on everyone. You're just playing your music, looking out your window, like, look at these fucking idiots outside. Yeah, they must be broke, and you're hating. You're fucking hating. Then you go to work and you hate your fucking job, but it pays the bills. Well, the next step after that is SpongeBob. Now you're going to work, and it might be the same job, but you love it now. You love it now. Now, if this were a normal job, that's kind of a small town thing, I guess, but if this were a normal job, you'd be moving up. Squidward, by now, he would be assistant manager, then, you know what I mean? Or if the place kept evolving, eventually, it would get to that point. So, whatever. Or maybe Squidward would make his own place, and then he would love it. Then he'd be like, oh, now I can just sit here, and I can talk like Mr. Krabs did, and I was under him for this many years, so it's like, he can do that, you know what I mean? And if he can't, just downgrade the house, downgrade everything, live like Patrick for a little bit. At least he's chilling. You can still be as smart, and then boom, then build your own business on the side. Then you're doing what you love. Then you get the new house like SpongeBob. Get a little pet. Now what? Now you can play an instrument that's a piece of paper and blow bubbles in the shape of different things. And this guy's just hating on you, and you're just like, well, hey man, I used to be you. I know what it's like. Have a good one, And that's what it is. So people have it wrong. It's not SpongeBob when you're young, and then Squidward when you're old, and Patrick's just there. No, it's Patrick is when you're young. You're an ignorant bitch. Then you're Squidward, and hopefully you're SpongeBob. That's the hope, right? Or maybe you want to be, Mr. Krabs isn't bad. You might be secretly saving the world every day, you know what I mean? Secretly saving the world from Plankton, But look at Plankton, too. He has everything. He has everything he wants. He has everything. He's got the money, like Mr. Krabs. He's got the smarts, like Squidward. He's got the partner, like SpongeBob. He's got the simplicity, like Patrick. And he's got the money, like Squilliam. Except nobody fucking likes him. Why? Because he's a fucking hater. He's over there. He's like, man, I want your shit though. I want to steal it because then they'll be in my restaurant. It's like, just make your own or start a different business. Or like, do you live there? I don't know what's. If you're always there, you should be doing something. I don't know what you're doing, Plankton. Something's up. I mean, Sandy. Look at Sandy, bro. She's not even from this world. She's literally an alien. She's from Texas. Now she's a bikini bottom. Isn't that like Japan? Like what? That's like mad far. So she's like underground. And she's just in a dome. Like, bro, this is wild. Just chilling out, hibernating. That's how she hibernates. And then she goes back up and just collects nuts. And you know what I mean? I don't know what Sandy is really, but everyone has like a specific thing. You might be Pearl. You might be like, I don't gotta work. It's like, yeah, but you're kind of like just a big dumb bitch. And that's not bad either. That's kind of like Patrick though. Like, it's the opposite of Patrick. It's like, you're happy and you're chilling. Okay, cool. But then as soon as you don't get what you want, you're like, fuck. And your dad's like, bro, and now you're ruining his life. You're ruining his happiness. Now you're ruining his money, which is what he loves, just to get what you love. So you need to love something different than just spending money and getting shit, you know? Because you might be happy still. You might be Pearl. You might be Squidward. You might be Plankton. But either way, you're either a hater or you're somehow crushing someone else's love. And that's making them, like, they might love you. They might love you more than anything. And they might be, you know what I mean? But, like, it's not necessarily the end goal. So that shouldn't be that your life forever. You know, you should want to be SpongeBob forever. That's why the show is called SpongeBob. You know, at the end of the day, no matter what, if Squidward is angry at the end of the day, he's angry at the beginning of the day. Every episode, right? No matter what happened in between. SpongeBob, he's always happy in the beginning and the end. No matter what. Patrick, he's always happy, but he's lazy, fat, and dumb. I fuck with Patrick, man. He's fucking cool. You know? But SpongeBob is where I want to be, so. It's not even about the money. It's just about the love and the energy, man. And just being like, all right, man. It's all right. Because the guy's like, yeah, that guy's a fucking Ferrari, dude. He's dumb. He doesn't even know anything. And it's like, dude, he knows everything you know and more. And that's why it's all about energy. Fuck. I think I'm actually going to refrain from smoking for this video just so it won't get age restricted, hopefully. And, you know what I mean? We can kind of get more people to see the video itself as I do all this. So I'm just gonna go over kind of some points and a summary of just basically how you would be able to change your life. Boom, like that. Like I would say, like in a week, maybe a month. You know what I mean? But I think you could do it in a week if you really tried. At least like your overall. So this is no like particular order necessarily. Some of it is though. Your area or your room. So if your area means you have a bigger area than a room, like maybe you have your room but you own a house, so you want your room, your bathroom, your laundry room, every room to be as nice as it can be, organized as it can be, because everything should be as easy as it can be to access. Everything should smell good, should feel good, look good. Nothing should be too cluttered. There shouldn't be too much stuff going on, you know, maybe a little more minimal. Look up some designing tips, shit like that. And just make it nice. Make it everything you need and nothing you don't, pretty much. From there, get good colors, you know, make it the best it can be. And you don't even have to spend that much money or that much time on it. That's what I would do. I would spend 3 days reorganizing your room, painting it, taking stuff on and off the walls, designing different stuff. Take another 3 days to really get down the decor, any like little plants, any lights, stuff like that. And then that last day is when I would kind of go into the rest of this transformation. So another thing you need to have during that whole time is just learning about yourself and your overall mindset on things. So just have a good outlook on things. You know what I mean? There's no reason not to. There's no reason to even argue that a glass is half empty if half full and half empty are the same thing. But you might as well say it's half full, because why not? Or you can say, I didn't even notice. I noticed all the air. You know what I mean? Or you could be like, well, you know what I mean? Who cares? Like, just fucking drink. Be like, hey, that means it's in my body and I got my nutrients, so it doesn't matter. It's all about just being in the right mindset, and knowing yourself and being able to look in the mirror and say, I love you. And if you can't do that, then you need to figure this out and figure yourself out. The next thing is your overall
energy and also others around you. So your energy is kind of like the same thing, like your self-affirmation, self-reflection. It could be prayer, meditation, it could be working out, and that's actually part of kind of like the morning routine. I think Sky's World. She's the one who did the video on the guy who went from like negative $80,000 in debt to becoming a millionaire in like a couple years or something like that. And I really, I'm like, have been doing that. His power hour morning routine, and that's another thing on here is routine. Get a routine. Routine is huge. That's actually number 6. So I kind of skipped there, but that's one you can kind of put in wherever. So if you're already having a routine, do the rest of this stuff. If you already have a nice room, if you don't have a routine, get the routine. You know what I mean? And kind of check all these things off. And if you have all that checked off, then just go straight into your room. If you have your room, you have your mindset, you have all that, then let's get into the next thing. So, well, also others around. And that doesn't mean you control them. That just means put your energy out there to them and they're going to get that energy back. Sit down with them, talk to them, be like, hey, I love you, but like, you're doing this that I don't like, or you know what I mean, I'd rather you do this, or can you help me out with this sometimes, I'd appreciate it if you did this, thank you so much, boom, and then there, and then just go follow that video, Sky's World. Like I said, it was like the guy that went from negative money to a millionaire in so many years. Pretty good video, so shout out to them. I forget the guy's name, but yeah, he's a pretty good example actually, and I didn't think that would like affect much. I was like, I've done routines before, but I did that, and then I did my room before and I didn't even like notice, and now I'm back to working out, I'm back to having the mindset, I'm back to everything. And then with his morning routine, that also made me self-reflect and kind of like get used to talking in the mirror. And then when I went through my whole trip and then the day after, oh man, life is completely different, and I understand why, and I understand why routine matters now. Before it was kind of hard to see, and now I do. But let's get to the next one. So do what you love. Now, do what you love is kind of hard but easy at the same time. Do what you love means just that. That's why when, like I said, things are made with love, it's because all that. So do what you love. It doesn't have to be something crazy. You might just be a fry cook. You might just be a barista. But then you realize, well, Starbucks isn't really a real like coffee place, and they kind of mess stuff up. So go to a real coffee shop. It might not be all over the world, but you can go to France, learn French, go to the coffee shop out there, or go to another coffee shop that kind of does both and is a little more cute and artsy here. You know what I mean? Go wherever, man. Explore. Do things that you fear, because fear and hate are the same thing. If you fear something, that means you hate it. Why do you hate it? Well, hate's the opposite of love, so you probably love the opposite. So you gotta figure that out, and you gotta face that fear. You gotta stop hating. That's it. You just love instead, and that's it. Do you love? If you can't for work, you gotta get to the point where you can do that for work. It's that simple. Be able to get to the point where I can do this forever, and that's what the point is, right? So hopefully I never do have to get another job, and this will be my career, and then I can create other careers, and then you guys can be like, hey, I want to work for you or with you or whatever, and then we'll link up. That's the whole vision of life for me. So another thing is love everything like the creator would. Now with this is basically like the whole made with love. Love everything like the creator would, even if you don't. Even if you're like, I just want to flex. Well, why? Just to say that you spent money, just that you have money, like that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean you have experience. It doesn't mean you work. That doesn't mean you know anything about the clothing or shoes or whatever you flexing is. Anybody can buy it, and maybe anybody can't buy it, but like if anybody had the money, they could buy it. But that doesn't mean you took the time and knowledge to get that money, and that doesn't mean you took the time and knowledge to know about that thing. So that's why an expert can use a shitty camera and produce a better picture than a noob can with a pro's camera, right? Because he knows about it. He learned about it. The other guy, though, he could just buy whatever the fuck he wants and be like, yo, look what I got. And then the pro would be like, dude, that's fucking raw, but you don't even know how to fucking use that. Like, why? So love everything like the creator would, and then you can get into other things, like jack of all trades is a master of none, but jack of all trades is still better than a master of one, right? That's like the full saying or whatever. So it's better to know something about everything than to just know one thing really well. And that's what we get caught up in. We're like, oh, I'm a gamer, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a this. No, you should be everything. You should be a cook, you should be a cleaner, you should be somebody who knows how to fix their car, somebody who knows how to design their house, somebody knows how to dress, somebody knows how to brush your teeth the right way, knows how to use mouthwash the right way, what order to use mouthwash, brush your tongue, brush your teeth, do all this. That's a daily chore. If you can't do that right, how are you gonna get the rest of your life right? That's something I did back in the day. When to brush your tongue versus your teeth versus floss versus mouthwash, in what order, in what time frame, when should you moisturize when you come out of the shower, when do you wash your face, you know what I mean? Like, everything matters, and the more you get these daily things down better, the better your life's gonna be. And then your energy is just huge too, like I said. So the last thing, well, not the last thing, but the seventh thing is share your experience. So, like, there's definitely different ways in different industries and different ways to do this, but share your experience. It's almost like patents are kind of dumb, because the only person that needs a patent is someone that doesn't love what they do. If you loved what you do enough to the point where you would make it the best it would be, you wouldn't worry if someone took your idea, because you would be making the best product out there. And if someone wanted to copy you because they had more money, it doesn't matter, because they wouldn't have the best product. And some people might not know that, and some people might not care. But the people that do care are going to go to you. And the other people, they're still going to be getting provided the same service. So who cares? They're winning, you're winning, that guy's making money, you're making real fans. And one day, either that company, just everyone will move from there to you, and they'll get shut down, or you guys will work together and maybe make a better company and provide this thing. Like, they have the money, you have the experience and the love and the knowledge. Together, you just make this huge thing that's all over, and now everything's great. And everyone else is loving it too. And now they're buying it. And now you give back to the community because you realize you don't need that much money. You know what I mean? And now the last thing, basically, the eighth thing, live. And don't stop. That's it. So from now on, it's just this. It's just this. So just live and don't stop, because if you get a routine, if you get your room clean, you change it all, you stop making your bed one day, you're like, yeah, I don't really need to make it, and you stop working out in the morning, you stop self-reflecting, you're gonna fall. It's easy to fall. It's easy to have a routine too. But it's easier to be lazy. It's easy to die. Do you want to live, or do you want to die? That's what you should think every day. But I'm Timo Cruz, your host of Timo's Cruise to Mars. The next video, we're going to be smoking again, don't worry. We didn't cruise to Mars, but we're going to next time. Au revoir. Have a great day. I love you. I hope you love yourself, and I hope you figure it out, and I hope this helped you out. And if somebody wants to make a video response to this and tell me, did it take 7 days? Did it take a month to do everything? You can do your whole room, I think, in 7 days and have a connection with yourself with that 7th day. But maybe all this takes a little bit longer. Give it a month. Give it 3. Give it a year. But make a video on it. And then link me to it and put it in the comments so we can all see what happened. Did all this stuff. Another thing I'm going to say, a bonus tip, is scripting and manifesting. That shit is real, dog. And that's about energy. And I actually have a script over here, which is just what I do in the morning for my morning affirmation and stuff. I just say it, and I have basically a base idea, and I don't script it every single day. I have one that I've written down on a sticky note. It's not that big. And what I do is I just look at it, I read it, and then I look at myself, and then I wing it, because I don't think you should need to write every single thing down, especially if you're doing it every day. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to, cool, go for it. And it's written down now, but I don't think I need to rehash this every single day. Maybe I will eventually. Maybe I'll make a big book, but scripting definitely helps. Manifesting helps, but scripting is it's so much better, I think, honestly. And on top of that, just overall, man, I don't know. That's it. Just be you and love everything. And even if you don't love it like you would if you would have created it, because they love it. Someone did. So, yeah, that's it.
Yo, what's up? This is Timo Cruz, your host of Timo's Cruise to Mars. If you're looking for any Cruise to Mars merch from hoodies, polos, jackets, sweatshirts, zip ups, even shoes, stickers, check out the Etsy right now.